everybody, welcome to Stamp with Lisa Brown, and this is week 10 of my 12 weeks of celebration. So let me get my computer booted up here. Let's see. All right, hope everybody's having a good day. All right, so today I can't even believe it's week 10 already of celebration, which means that we only have 2 more weeks and 2 more weeks of earning some free product. And today we're going to be dealing with the foil paper called Flowering Foils that you can earn with a $50 product purchase. You get 4 designs of 12 by 12 paper, and you get 3 sheets of each design. So you get 12 sheets of paper, which is a really, really great deal. The paper is a combination of silver foil and a rose gold. So it's really pretty. I love foil paper, and it's the 12 by 12. This is really great to cut up and to use for your card fronts to make really quick and easy cards. So I hope you like it. I normally preempt or prepare my projects first, but today I'm going to kind of fly by the seat of my pants. So I'm showing you several different ways that you can color your foil or use your foils. So I'm going to go ahead and get started because I'm not sure how long it's going to take me to do all these projects that I have in my head. I want to show you several different, like I said, several different ways to color the foil. And you can also use it plain too. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera down so you can see the paper and we can get started. So just give me 1 second. Hey, Linda and Linda. Both Lindas are on here. How are you? Okay. So I have the paper on my desk. I think I'm at a good angle. Let me come out just a little bit more. Okay. All right. So this is one of the designs that you get. As you can see, it's some really pretty flowers. And the flowers themselves and the little berries are in the rose gold, and then the leaves are in the silver foil. So really pretty paper. It's all white based. The back side is plain. So that's design number 1. Design number 2 is kind of this, I don't know what you would want to call it. It's like a rough check pattern here. So the lines are not straight, and all 3 sheets are in the rose gold. I know it's probably hard to see on the camera. I'm kind of seeing a bunch of different colors. It's probably from my lights. Hey Dorsey, how are you? Okay, so that's that pattern. This one is kind of a fun flower pattern. A little, I would say like a little modern, and this is just in silver. So you get 3 sheets of that. And then the last one is this. It's kind of a busy pattern, and it's all these little tiny flowers. And again, the big flowers are in the rose gold. There is, the centers are in silver, and then there's these faint little background flowers that are in silver. So that's kind of a fun pattern there. All right, so again, these are called the Flowering Foils Designer Series paper, and it's a free earn. You can get this entire pack by placing a $50 purchase at my online store. So let's get started, and we're gonna play. So I randomly chose 4 colors before I started. I chose Rococo Rose, Granny Apple Green, I chose Grapefruit Grove, and Blueberry Bushel. Let me get the paper out of the way. Sorry about that. And Blueberry Bushel. So these are the colors that we're going to play with. I'm not really sure how these are going to turn out, but let's go ahead and try it. Let's start with, let's see. What do we want to start with? Let's see. I'm gonna say, why don't we start with the blueberry bushel? Okay. So one of the ways that you can get your color on your paper is with the sponge brayers. And the sponge brayers come in a box like this. And you get a handle. Let me pull this out. You get a plastic handle, and you get 4 of these foam rollers, and you just snap them in there like so. There's like a plastic tube in the middle of the sponge brayer. Okay, and that's our foam roller. They are washable, even though, like, say this one, you can still see some residual pink color on there, but I did wash that out. You can go ahead and still use them. So some of the colors will stain. Your reds and purples and stuff. Anything that's kind of like red base will stain it a little bit, but it won't affect how it works. So I'm already chosen my blueberry bushel card base. So I think for this one, because it's more of a masculine color, why don't we go ahead and, how about if we choose this pattern right here? I'm going to get my paper cutter, and I don't know, let's see, should we do a full size card front or just a piece? I think let's just do a piece. So I'm going to cut this to 4 inches. Okay. And I think I just want maybe like half of my card front. Let's go 2 3/4. Okay. Like I said, I am just doing this on the fly. And I'm going to get my card base and fold this in half. Where's my bone folder? All right, bone folder. Okay. These are going to be really, really simple looking cards too. So, all right. So Blueberry Bushel is an in color that is retiring. It will not be available after, I think, June 2nd. So, let's see. We're going to put this over on top like that. All right, so I want to maybe kind of do an ombre effect. So when you're inking up your foam roller, you just want to press down and roll back, press down and roll back. And then you want to just keep doing that. You don't want to just go like this back and forth, because you're only going to get ink on one side of the foam, or you can push away from you. So I'm pushing and lifting, pushing and lifting. So I'm just going to get some color on my foam roller. Okay, I'm bringing my piece of paper, and I'm gonna start on this end. Same thing. You just want to either drag or push in one direction, sweeping all the way across. All right, and then I'm just gonna bring it down. Oh, my paper keeps sliding here. Okay, grab some more color. I want it a little bit darker at the top. And then bring it down. Okay. Okay. I think I'm good with that. So this is just one option of how you can color your paper so that it doesn't stay as a white card base. And I think we're going to stick this on front. I'm feeling like it still needs something in the back here. Let's see, what can we grab? I feel like we still need a background. How about some Whisper White paper? Let me grab a piece of Whisper White. And I'm going to cut that to the same dimension, which was 4 inches. I'm going to cut it this way so I get a good, it was 4 inches by 2 3/4. Okay. Oops. Get it in my little groove here. Okay. All right. Yeah, I just felt like it needed something up here. So we can adhere that there, and we can adhere this here. Yeah, I like that. I like that better. Okay. So we are also, I grabbed this stamp set called Here's a Card, and there's a ton of words on here. So let's see. What do we want? What do we want? How about if we just make it into a simple happy birthday card? So I'm going to grab my happy birthday and mount it on a block and ink it up in my blueberry bushel. Oh yeah, lots of ink on that. And I'm just going to stick this happy birthday right up here in the center. Awesome. And I'm going to take my snail adhesive. So really this is really just about coloring the foil paper. It's not specifically about making a real detailed a bunch of cards here. So these are just real simple cards. And we're going to adhere down the foil. Okay. Making sure that our borders, we have a border going all the way around. Okay. Let's see. How can we dress that up? What do you think? How about we grab some blueberry, and I know I have packages. I hate to open up a new package. I know I have some of these laying around. But that's okay. We'll use them anyways. So I have a package of enamel dots, and they have blueberry bushel enamel dots in them. So let's just randomly place some dots. We'll do a small one right here, just to dress it up a little bit. Okay, and let's see. I think we can even add some blueberry bushel. How about if we add some blueberry bushel ribbon? We'll just go around, grab some green ribbon, and we're going to tie it in a knot on the edge. All right. See if my fingers are working tonight. Apparently not. Okay. There we go. There's some blueberry ribbon. Add a little bit more. Okay, and cut off our ends. Still don't know what happened to my scissors. Of course, no, actually, I do know what happened to my scissors. They're still packed in my bag. All right, there's that one. Look at, okay, so I got my nails done today, and I already got ink on them. So we got a new color today. It's called Kiss of a Rose, and I have the waterfall sparkle over top. So new color. She had a new color. All right, so that's using the sponge brayer, and I like that. It's simple. It's easy. You could totally bang out a whole bunch of those really quickly. Okay, of course we're doing the easy ones first. So I'm going to set that aside. I'm going to set my ink aside. I'll give my stamp a clean. Can you tell my chamois is like well used? Isn't that crazy? Well used. All right. I might use that happy birthday again. So I'm going to set it to the side. And then after we're done with the video, I'm going to take my sponge brayer, and I can actually wash this in the sink to get off all the blue color off of that. So I'm just going to set that up there. Okay, what are we going to do next? Let's see. We used that one. Let's see. We're going to go to, how about if we do, I think we're going to do the busy pattern. And I know. I think we're gonna do this in the Grapefruit Grove. So let me get my Grapefruit Grove. All right, here's my card base. Get my bone folder, make my seal, or make my folded edge there. All right. All right. I think I'm gonna do a full card front in this. So bring my trimmer back in, and I'm gonna cut this 4 inches by 5 1/4. So there's my 4 inches. If you do 4 inches by 5 1/4, did I say 5? Yeah, 5 1/4. You can get 6 card fronts out of 1 sheet. So 6 times 3, you can get 18 card fronts out of each design if you cut it that way. I think that's pretty good. 6 times 4 patterns, that's 24 pieces. Hey, oh, I like that. Oh, I like the rose gold with the Grapefruit Grove. That's awesome. All right, so I grabbed some sponge daubers. So I'm going to take a sponge dauber and my Grapefruit Grove. Hi, Sue. How are you? Good to see you on. Let's see. Flowers. Yeah, flowers. Yeah. I should have started with the flowers. Okay. All right. So I think I'm going to, what I want to do with my sponge dauber is I want to highlight. I think I'm going to highlight them. Sorry about my scrap paper, but I chose a scrap paper because I knew it'd kind of get messy with it. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just dabbing it in my ink pad. And I'm going to just highlight the rose gold flowers. Go around them. You can either twist like this, or you can dab, or you can rub. Okay. But here I'm just highlighting to get some color onto the paper. Okay. Let's see. Couple more. This paper is so pretty. I don't even know if the camera's even doing it justice. Okay. So I think I highlighted most of, I missed one there. I want a little bit darker. So what do y'all think about the coronavirus? Oh my goodness. I can't even watch the news. I know that there was 3 definite cases in Cuyahoga County, which is like right here. I'm in Summit, but Cuyahoga is like just a few streets away from me. I didn't hear about any other ones, but it's so crazy. Like, you can't find toilet paper in the store. Universities are closing, canceling sporting events. Crazy, crazy, crazy. I guess precaution is good. And then I know somebody who their mom is in a nursing home, and he went to go relieve his dad today, and they said that if he went in, he wouldn't be able to go out, and that his dad couldn't go out, so he had to stay there. Well, his dad could go out, but he wouldn't be able to come back in, and they were too afraid that his mom would be too upset not to have anybody there. So, yeah, so his dad's going to stay there. He's going to bring his dad some clothes, and so that he can stay with his mom. So, kind of crazy. I really like that with the Grapefruit Grove. All right, let's see. What do we want to do? I think I'm just going to adhere this on. Making quick decisions. Put it on with my snail. I'm trying to watch my comments as I do this, but I have a hard time. So if I miss a comment, what am I doing? mucking up my snail adhesive here. All right, so we're just gonna pull this full on like that. All right, then I'm gonna grab, I have some scrap paper here. Let's see, me and my scraps. I love to save my scraps. Let's see. Let me see one here that maybe, hopefully that's long enough. Oh yeah, that's awesome. Okay, great. So I'm going to cut this to 4 inches. Oops, grab my paper trimmer. I'm just going to cut this to 4 inches. Save that scrap. You can use it for a punch or something else. All right, and we're going to adhere this scrap down. All right, and I'm going to put it right in the middle. Like so. All right, now I need to measure to see how wide that is. Grab my little ruler. Okay, so it's about 1 3/4 inches. So I'm going to cut a piece of Whisper White. I want it 4 inches by 1.5 inches. Let me grab my cutter real quick. Go to 1.5 inches. Okay. And I'm going to use that same happy birthday stamp. At least, yeah, Linda Zabesky, now that you're retired, you get to stay home. Oh my gosh, yes. Have you gotten your craft stuff organized yet? Oh my goodness. I couldn't even imagine trying to get all of that organized. I have a big enough problem trying to keep mine organized. All right, and we're going to stamp a happy birthday in the middle. I don't have my image sheet on, so I'm praying that I'm stamping those straight. Okay. That'll be that for the Grapefruit Grove. We're going to adhere this on. Okay. We're going to put this in the middle. I cut it to the wrong size. Oh no, how did I do that? Apparently I can't see my measurements. Oh geez. My strip wasn't even 1.5 inches, so I need it to be 1.25 inches. Let's see. I'm not. All right, let's see. I know I already have adhesive on here, so I'm gonna flip it upside down, and I'm gonna trim some off one side. It's gonna stick a little bit. Okay, let me get this off. Power of being on camera and not being prepared. All right, stick that down. Let's see how that came. Oh, there. I think that might be good. Make sure it didn't stick any of my adhesive on there. Okay, let's see now. Oh, there we go. Okay. So it was 1.5 inches. I needed to go 1.25 inches. And then our same enamel dots happen to coordinate with this too. So I'm going to take 2 of the large enamel dots, and we're just going to add some on either side just to add a little decoration. Quick, easy, simple. So this one, we colored the foil paper with our sponge dauber. And again, you can clean this. I can wash this and get most of the color off. Or sometimes people like to label them with what color it is, but my labels always fall off because this is a real smooth plastic. So I wash them out and just reuse them with whatever color. So I like that one. That one's pretty. Okay, let's go put that one to the side. We're going to clean our happy birthday stamp again. Okay. Oop, I think I might be shaking the camera. Let's see. My daughter Sarah is watching with me. She says hi. Oh, hi Sarah. Thanks for watching. Okay. Let's see. Let's see here. I'm going to do this one. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? I'm going to do it in the Granny Apple Green, which is a really fun green. It's came out, oh, I don't know, about a year ago. It's such a nice bright springy green. I love it. Okay. So again, fold our card base, use our phone number, bone folder. I don't even know where that came from, to give it a crease. Okay. And I think this silver with this green, I think that's going to be a really nice option. And I think I want a full, I'm going to do it kind of like the last card that we just did. So I'm going to take my paper cutter, cut it again to 4 inches. Oh my gosh, a phone number. Really? That's hysterical. Okay. And 4 inches by 5 1/4. You guys, I'm really loving our new paper cutter that they came out with last year. I really do. And it has like this great extension arm on it. It swings all the way out. It cuts up to 17 1/4 inches, which is great. And then when it pushes back in, there's like a locking, there's a little groove here that it locks over this. But the other thing I love is when you have this arm out, I don't know if you can see this, it's a ridge. So this is built up. So there is no more flexing. When you have the arm open all the way across, it's right there. It doesn't like flex in like the other one. Yep. And then this just kind of snaps down like this. It kind of locks. Took me a little bit to kind of, there's this little handle here. And sometimes when you go to pull up, it feels like it's sticking a little bit, but it's just to keep it secure in its spot. See, like right now, I feel like it's not gonna open, but I just let go and then try again, and it comes right back open. But I like that because it just kind of, it locks down. So I do I'm liking the trimmer. All right, anyways, back to my card. All right, so we're going to use Granny Apple Green. And though I would love to really sponge that, we're going to use our Stampin' Blends, which is our alcohol markers. And I grabbed both. So let me put my ink pad away for a second. I grabbed both, the light and the dark. So why don't we're going to treat these just as leaves as they look. And we're going to run this like this. And we're going to color the leaves in. And I think we're going to just do, I don't know, I'm going to do maybe by row. I don't want to sit here and have you guys watch me color, you know, like 100 of these. So we're going to come down here. Oh, I went to the next row. That's okay. Color this. Okay. This color is really nice on this paper too. We'll come over here. We'll do this one. And that little guy down there. This little guy down here. Let's see. We'll go over. We'll do this one. All right. Now let's see what the dark looks like. Oh, I missed some. Hang on. Okay, I want to do these. Okay. I better do this one. Like I said, I'm just going with the flow, however I feel whatever's hitting my fancy at the very second. All right, now let's try our dark one. How about, ooh, that is dark. Ooh. I think we're gonna keep going just in a row. I love the alcohol blend markers because they blend. You can't see, it's not like using like a Marvy marker or like, you know, just like your regular markers. You see no brush marks. So I think I love that about these. You do not have to be a perfect colorist to make it look good. All right. I think for this one, I would actually prefer to go back and color all of these in. I'm not gonna, oh, I just went out the lines because I'm trying to hurry. I'm not gonna torture you guys like with sitting here watching me color this, but yeah, I definitely would love to see this completely colored in. And let's see. We're going to put that on there. I thought I do. This is textured woven ribbon, and it is, let me find the English side. It's a 1/2 inch wide, and that goes with it really well. So why don't we cut a piece off? Okay. I'm gonna cut a piece off, and I thought I had some glue dots on my table and I don't see them right now, so I'm just gonna use, actually I have some fast fuse. Uh-oh, look at you guys, I cut 2 sheets at one time. Oh, bummer. Okay, I have my old fast fuse. This is super sticky. Stampin' Up! Decided to stop selling it. Actually, it was a manufacturer's issue. Okay, anyways, see, I'm covering up those dark leaves, so I might have to go color some more. I'm going to put this across like so. All right, now I'm going to stick this onto my card. Grab my snail. Okay. We're going to stick this on like so. Okay, now that I just covered up my dark leaves, I feel like I need more. So I'm going to come in and color some real quick. It needs that contrast of the light and dark leaves. After the video, I may even go and color the rest of these in because I'm really liking that. Okay. And then, let's see. We're going to take some more Whisper White. And I think I'm going to use a label punch. Yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to use the Timeless label punch. And I'm going to stamp. I'm going to grab a scrap paper if I have one big enough. I don't think so. All right, I'll just use this. I'm going to stamp Happy Birthday. In the Granny Apple Green, and we're going to punch this out. And now, if you guys are careful, these are foam ink pads, but if you're careful and just dab, you can ink up the edge of your, stick your paper in there and ink the edge. You don't rub it or scrape it. You can only dab, because if you rub it or scrape it, you're going to tear your ink pad because they are foam. So I'm just dabbing it in there, but I feel like it needed a little a little coloring on the border. And I'm going to stick on a couple of dimensionals and get my pick tool for easy removal of the backings. Look at that, they come right off. All right, here's our next quick and easy card. Boom, done. Isn't that cute? I mean, super quick and easy. Now that I'm looking at it, I guess I actually don't mind that not all the leaves are filled in with color. Okay. All right, let's go on to our last card. And I have chose, oh, let me clean my stamps before I forget. Clean off my happy birthday. Okay, so the last card I have chosen Rococo Rose. And we are going to use the pretty foil paper with the roses on it. Let's see. If I cut this to 4 inches, I'm just trying to see where the paper goes. If I cut, so it's going to go right in the middle. I'm looking at the pattern. You know what? I might just do individual ones. Trying to just maximize my paper. You know what? That's okay. I have more coming. So what I'm going to do is, I know this is like, like an oh no moment, but I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut a cluster of these flowers out. Okay, and I'm just doing a rough cut right now just to get it away from, just to remove it from the sheet. Trying not to disturb the other images in case I can somehow use them on another project. Okay. All right, I'm not worried about that end one. Okay. Hey, Cindy Nelson, how are you? Thanks for the tip about dabbing on the ink pad. I would never have thought of that. Aw, hey, Sandy. Yeah, Cindy, so, yeah, because they're foam, they're so delicate. You know, we're all used to, in the olden days, all the cloth pads, and you could just scrape your paper right against it, but you can't do that now. So, but you can also take a sponge dauber and ink your paper. Here, let me just grab a scrap. So, you can just take a sponge dauber, and you can also just ink up the edge of your paper that way too. But for something quick and easy, like I did on that label, I just dab it up and down and get my, what they used to call chalking or edging. So, okay. So now for this one, I'm going to use my blends again, but I'm going to use my Rococo Rose blends, and we're going to color the flowers. So I'm taking the light and I'm going to fill these in. I don't want to hit the middle. All right. So your colors, your regular ink does not stick to the foil, and that's how the foil is gets to still show through. Now your blends may stick a little bit. We'll test on the leaves so we can see that. Okay. This is actually a dark pink. It almost is my my new nail color. All right, color this in. See how, oh geez, look at me, because I'm going too fast. I just went out of the lines. Oh goodness. All right, nobody will see that, right? All right, now I'm going to take my dark shade and I'm going to come in and add some highlights. Okay. Let's see. Let's add some dark highlights on these outer petals. And I think we're going to add some over here. And then I'm going to go back to my light, and I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. So it takes away that the harsh line. But this is actually, it's blending really well on this paper. Better than I thought it was going to. Okay. Blend over here, blend over here. Okay. Good, good, good. All right, now let's do our other one. And with my blends, I don't know if you notice that I'm using the side of the marker. Number one, you can get a wider area, but two, I can come in with, if my marker is a little bit on the horizontal, I can get into the into edges and sides better. I feel like I have more control. So like if I want to get the edge of this, so I mean, now I can go in, my marker is not straight up and down like this. It's going to help with your tip. Because if you constantly color with the tip of your marker, these are felt marker tips, it will start pulling apart. So I like to go with the side of my marker, and then I can just line right up in there and follow that edge really easy, and then just color in. I've had customers do that a lot. Also, when you're coloring, you want to rotate your marker. Don't constantly go on one side the entire time, because you're gonna bend the felt. You're gonna mash it, or you're gonna push it, so it's gonna arc up. So I like to continuously rotate when I'm coloring, especially like a bigger area like this. So there's just a couple of tips on using your blend markers. Now we're going to color these berries over here. Okay, and now I want to take my dark, and I'm going to do the same thing, and I'm going to highlight in some of these areas. I think I'm going to highlight back here. Not highlight, but add some shading. Okay. Good. Add a little bit more down here. I want some shading on that. Okay. And now I'm going to go back to my light, and I'm just going to blend that in a little bit. All right. Okay, I left my Granny Apple Green on the table, and I'm going to just quickly color my leaves in with my Granny Apple Green. Okay, so it's not sticking to the silver foil, so it's definitely, the silver foil is still showing through. Oh, I just love this paper. Okay, I use the dark first and the light, doesn't matter. You know what? I'm a rarity. It is I think it's a personal preference. Everybody, I shouldn't say everybody, the majority of people love to use their dark blends first and then go in with their light. I don't know why. I guess, I don't know, everybody always says less is more, and you can always add more color, and that's how I feel with the blends. I feel like, let's start out with the light. Let's get our area covered. Do your shading or shadowing with your dark, because you can always add more dark. So if I have the whole area colored in, and then I'm just highlighting with the dark, I'm just going to do a little bit of highlighting. And if I feel like I need more, I can always add more. If you go in with your dark first and you find when you're blending out that it's too dark, you can't, it's hard to take that away. Like the color lifter only does so much. So really, Cindy, it's a preference. When I show people how to use the markers, I will show them using the light one first. And I've had that question asked several times, but really it is just a personal preference. For me, I've gotten great results going that route. So I just added some dark. Now I'm just gonna go in and blend over it. Now, however, I do find that because I do color that way, my light, I'm replacing my light markers a lot more, which you can tell because I just colored this whole flower with the light, added a little bit of dark highlights, and then blended it out with my light again. So yeah, I'm using my light marker up a little bit, but for me, I really like the results that I get with that. Okay. I did not grab a marker from my flower centers, so you know what? They're gonna stay white. Ha 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 ha. Sandy Bennett, love it, chop it, yay. Okay, so let's go ahead and trim this out a little bit. This paper is a little bit on the thinner side, so it's a little bit, it's easy to cut. I was expecting it to be a little bit thicker because of the foil in it, but it's not, and I'm good with that. All right. Oh my goodness, I can't. I need my other scissors. Where are my? I thought look, I got a brand new pair. Yay, I got a brand new pair. Stampin' Up! Paper Snips. These are like the best scissors ever, you guys. I didn't even realize I had a spare pair in there. I'm glad I looked up because those other ones were driving me crazy. I know it's a short drive, but all right, there we go. They just, I don't know, these little guys here were, oh well, I know where I got them, but that's besides the point. They were tearing the paper as I was cutting. So with this, it's not tearing. I'm just getting a nice smooth cut. All right. Taking a little bit more time to fussy cut this out. Make it all pretty. Of course, we could have just done one whole sheet like we did on the other ones, like done a full card front, just filled the flowers in all the way around. Okay, but I thought it would be different just to cut a little section. Okay. Are we done with winter yet, you think? I heard, oh, you know what? Speaking of which, I was surprised that it was so cold this morning. I heard that the coronavirus actually thrives in cold weather, and I found that interesting. I guess my thought process is a little bit different. I always thought like the cold kills germs, where like if you have heat and moisture and humidity, that's where your germs can thrive. Now, like I said, sometimes I'm one of those people that I'll read like the the headlines of a report, and I won't read the entire report. So I did not read the entire report on that. So I'll have to Google and search that. Hey Jill, how are you? I always seem to miss. I know you're like on the videos, but I always seem to miss when you're on until like I go back and watch the replay. And I'll be like, oh, Jill was on and I didn't get to say hi. My I don't know, last week I couldn't get Facebook to show on my laptop, so all right. I'm hoping that we're still recording because it's showing that it's not on my laptop. So I'm just going to keep going and I'm going to keep talking like it is still recording. All right. So here's our Rococo Rose. Speaking of I jinxed myself. If it's still recording, I was just saying how last week I couldn't get my video to show up on the computer. And I think I just jinxed myself. So, anywho. All right, look at how cute that looks, just like that. I'm thinking to be a little crazy. I wonder if this would be too much. Oh, yeah, no, I'm going to cut this. All right, we're going to go and we're going to leave this uncolored. And it's already 4 inches, so we're going to cut it. It's cut 4 to 5 1/4. And we're going to go ahead and adhere that down. Okay. Depending on what kind of virus. Okay, that's good to know. I knew you being a nurse, you would probably know. All right, and then we're going to stick this on like so with a bunch of dimensionals. Okay. Stick that one there. We'll stick that one there. I need to cut some in. Oh, I got one more here. Stick that one there. Okay. And we'll stick one across from there. Okay. Let's go ahead and start peeling off our backings. Come on. All right, what's going on here? Okay, we'll do it with the fingernails. See how sometimes they're hard to peel off? That's why my pick tool normally does a good job for me. I don't know what's happening. I think there's something on. I have a bunch of stickiness on there. That's why it's not working like it normally does. All right, there we go. Get some of that stickiness off of there. Okay, oops, one more. Okay, and then we're gonna go, I don't want it straight, I want it at an angle, so I'm gonna stick it in there. Okay, like that. Good. And then we can take a scrap piece of white paper, and I'm just going to cut, I think I need about 1 inch. Okay. All right, and one last time, we're going to take our happy birthday stamp and we're going to ink it up in the Rococo Rose. We're going to stamp it on here. Okay. Still recording. Oh, great. Oh, goodness. Yeah, my computer loved that paper. this paper is awesome. So the paper, Jill, I don't know what time you got on. There's 4 patterns, and it's a free earn with a $50 product purchase. So it's a celebration item. You get 12 sheets, 3 sheets of 4 designs. Okay, so somehow I see that I got ink on my fingers from somewhere. So I knew we're going to cut that off. I want this coming out back here somehow. So we're just I'm gonna cut this off. Do I want it there or do I want it down here? Let's see. Nope, I think I want it right there. My paper is still a little bit wide for me, but that's okay. So I'm going to just cut, and I'm going to make my own little flag. Cut in the center, cut to each corner, to that center cut, boom, there's your flag. Like I said, I thought it was a little bit wide for me yet, so I'm just going to eyeball this and cut it down. I could have got my trimmer, but whatever. It's homemade, you guys. Who's going to say, oh, you're crooked? Okay, so I need to cut it down just a little bit more. Boop. All right, and we're going to tuck that right back there. I'm coming off the edge just a little bit, so let me fix that. Let me come in a little bit. All right, there we go. Oh my gosh, yeah, that's cute. Run a little snail on there, and we're gonna stick that right behind there. Little happy birthday. Awesome. There's our happy birthday. Oh, I like that one. That one's like super pretty. Love that one. Okay, and then like I said, that happy birthday is from the stamp set. Here's a card, and there's really, really nice sayings on here. May your heart find the peace it needs. I cannot begin to count all the times we've laughed together. Thank you for being my friend. So they actually kind of coordinate with each other. It's all messy: the hair, the house, the heart, the life. And it's just like, if you want to say hello there, you made my day, thanks. Words cannot express the deep sorrow felt on your behalf. I love that one. And you get a couple little different fonts within that same saying. So this one the same way. You have you have 3 different fonts in one little saying. So this is a really cute set. This one, I think I said last week, I've been using a lot. I stamp it on the back of my cards. I made a card because you're worth it. So I have many people actually, that when I make them a card, they always look at the back to make sure that I stamp my name on it. I have a name stamp. Stampin' Up! Doesn't do it anymore. They used to make custom stamps. But so I know I probably shouldn't promote somebody else, but that's okay. This is by Seaside Stampin' Ink, and they're out of Ocean City, Maryland. But they have these little handmade, hand stamped by, and then my name, and it says just for you. So these are super cute. Matter of fact, I will be doing the Adventures in Stamping Stamp Convention. Hey, how about a segue? It's at the end of April. You can find all the information on my events page, stampwithlisabrown.stampinup.net. Go to my events, and Adventures in Stamping is going to be in Akron. It's the last Saturday and Sunday of the month. I will have a booth there, but you can also find Seaside Stamp Ink. They're always there, and you can see if you can find one of these with your name on it. So yeah, all right, so here is this card, and we did the green with the markers also, and then we sponged with our sponge dauber. And then we did a little bit of sponging with our sponge brayer and made a real simple card here. So thank you for joining me tonight. Went a little bit longer than I normally do, so I hope you liked it, but we did make 4 cards today. And any questions, let me know, and I hope you guys all have a great night. Catch me next week for week 11. Thanks. Bye-bye.